In this illustration, this figure shows an adiabatic cylindrical tube of volume V0. It is divided into two parts by a frictionless adiabatic separator. This is the frictionless adiabatic separator and this is adiabatic tube. That means there is no transfer of the heat from system to surrounding and from surrounding to system. System is having gases on the left hand side and right hand side of this separator. Okay. Initially, separator is kept at the middle. This is the frictionless separator. That means this can slide inside the tube without friction. Initially, separator is at the middle, that is dividing the tube into two equal parts, V0 by 2 and V0 by 2. An ideal gas at pressure P1 and temperature T1 is injected into the left part. That means ideal gas is injected at pressure P1 and temperature T1 on the left part of this tube, and on the right part of the tube another ideal gas at pressure P2, temperature T2 is injected. It is given the adiabatic constant exponent gamma is same for both the gases. On the both part of the separator, both side of the separator, adiabatic exponent of the gas is same. The separator can slide slowly, is released at a position where it can stay in equilibrium. That means finally it come at the equilibrium. If it is in equilibrium, we can say the force applied by the gas on the left side on this separator should be equal to the force applied by the gas on the right side. That means the pressure on the left and right side should be equal. The question is, we need to find the volumes of the two parts when this separator come at the equilibrium. And the B part of the question, we need to find the heat given to the gas in the left hand part, and in the C part we need to calculate the final common pressure of the gas. Let us analyze the first part, this part. Okay. Now we know this separator can move without friction. Okay. And finally it come at the equilibrium. It means we can say the pressure on the left hand side and right hand side of the separator should be same. As we discussed, the force applied by the gas on the left hand side, yes, on this separator should be equal to the force applied by the gas from the right hand side to the separator. That means pressure, final pressure should be equal. Let final pressure is capital P and final volume is V1 and V2. So let us make the initial position and final position. This is the final volume, on the left side is V1 and final volume on the right side is V2, and P is the common pressure. And temperature of course will change. So temperature on the left hand side of the gas is T1 dash and right side of the gas is T2 dash. Okay, this is the scenario. And we know this is the adiabatic process, right? Also we know this is the closed container. In closed container, we can say V1 and V2, the volume of the gas in this part and volume of the gas in this part, summation of the volume should be equal to V by 2 plus V by 2, that is equal to V. So first equation we can write V1 plus V2 equal to V0, right? As we discussed, this is the adiabatic process. So we can use the adiabatic equation for the left hand side before sliding and after equilibrium position reached. So here we can use P V to the power gamma equal to constant. Initial state is P1. Initial volume is V0 by 2. So we can write P1 multiplied by V0 by 2 to the power gamma, that is equal to P V1 to the power gamma. So this is for the left hand side part. So let us write the adiabatic equation for the left hand side. Similarly, we can write the adiabatic equation for the right hand side part. Initial stage is P2. Initial volume is V0 by 2. P2 multiplied by V0 by 2 to the power gamma equal to P multiplied by V2 to the power gamma. This is the third equation. Okay. And here we can do one thing. We can divide first equation, divide this equation, second equation with the third equation. Okay. So we can observe this V naught by 2 and V naught by 2 to the power gamma will get cancelled. P and P will also get cancelled. We will have the equation P1 divided by P2 equal to V1 to the power gamma and divided by V2 to the power gamma. So let us divide this equation number 2. So here this equation we can write V1 equal to P1 by P2 to the power 1 divided by gamma multiplied by V2. Say this equation number 4. And we know V1 plus V2 equal to V0. We can substitute the value of V1 in term of V2. This equation will give the value of V2. So let us write this equation to the next page, right? Now we are going to substitute the value of V1 in first equation, in this equation. So this is the final equation, right? Now we can take V2 as common. If we take V2 common, bracket term will be equal to P1 by P2 to the power 1 by gamma plus 1, that is equal to V0, like this, right? Now we can write V2 equal to V0, right? This is V0 divided by this term, and this on solving we can write V2 equal to V0 P2 to the power 1 by gamma and overall divided by P1 1 by gamma plus P2 to the power 1 by gamma, right? This is the V2, and now we can find the value of V1 also, substituting this value. So this is the value of V1. So we got the final volume of the both part, left hand part and right hand side part. Now let us move to analyze the next part, that is the B and C part. In B part, we need to calculate the heat given to the gas in the left part. As we know, this tube is adiabatic. This separator is also adiabatic. That means there cannot be transfer of the heat across this separator. That means cylinder, tube and separator both are adiabatic. That means no heat given to the process. So we have analyzed the B part. Now let us solve for the common pressure, right? Now for the left part we can write equation P1 V naught by 2 to the power gamma equal to P V1 to the power gamma, right? This was equation for the left hand side part, and we have calculated the value of V1. V1 is equal to V naught P1 to the power 1 by gamma overall divided by P1 to the power 1 by gamma plus P2 to the power 1 by gamma. Okay, so let us write this equation. Now we can substitute the value of V1 in this equation. We will get the value of P, right? Like this. We can observe here P is unknown, and here we can observe V0 and V0 will get cancelled. V0 to the power gamma and V0 to the power will get cancelled. Similarly, if we process this is P1 to the power 1 by gamma and this is overall power gamma. That means we will have the term P1 and P1 is here. So this will also get cancelled, right? Now we can write this equation as 1 divided by 2 to the power gamma equal to P multiplied by 1 divided by P1 to the power 1 by gamma plus P to the power 1 by gamma. Now we can find the value of P. P is the final pressure, that is the common pressure. P equal to P1 to the power 1 by gamma plus P to the power 1 by gamma overall divided by 2 and overall power gamma. This is the final pressure.